Hi, welcome back to Tricky Thursday. I'm your girl Trisha, owner of Creative Costume Academy, where it is my mission to help stitchers and creatives learn the easy basic pattern making principles so that you can start making your own unique designs immediately. Today, I'm going to share a little tip about how I keep my patterns organized, because after you do so many, you just need a way to find them again easily or know where to put them and how to keep them once you're done making your thing. So one thing I want to say is my commercial store-bought patterns, I have those all organized by different types, say shirts or pants or dresses, and they are all in this shelving unit over here, and I'll do a quick clip to show you what that's like. And then all of my self-drafted patterns, I actually keep in notebooks. And I've had some of them I just found recently from like the first patterns I've ever made. So it really does work, and it keeps them really nice and organized for you. So those are over here, and I'll show you a quick clip of that as well. And then I want to dive in, show you on the table how I keep them organized. And this is self-drafted patterns, but you can also do it if you're making alterations to PDF patterns, or if you take a commercial pattern and change it as well. You could use the same method. And I have mine organized by show or client because that's the bulk of what these patterns were from. But if you are just making patterns for yourself or for your family, you may want to categorize them by, this is shirts, like this is a notebook for shirts, and this is a notebook for pants. So whatever makes the most sense to you in your organization. But I love this binder and sleeve method. I feel like it really helps, and it makes it really easy to find stuff when you're looking for it again. So I keep all of my patterns in notebook binders like these, and depending on the show will depend on how big the notebook needs to be. So if you make a lot of shirts, you might want to make a lot of shirts. And then I keep my patterns in these protective sleeves. And I always start with the design or the sketch of what I'm working on. I try, even if it's like an inspiration photo that you're taking from something else, and you put that in the front so you know what it is. Here are these sleeves. You can get them pretty inexpensively at Office Depot. I think even Walmart has them. And they're just these sheet protectors. They're used for presentations and whatnot. And if you start with your design, and then if you're sewing for someone else, I usually like to have the measurement sheet as well behind. And if you don't have the design handy, at least the measurement sheet there. And then if I'm really good, I'll put a little swatch of the fabrics that I used so that it's all neat and organized. And then I make sure that all of my patterns are labeled with what the piece is and what show and the date and my signature on there. So the show might not be as important, but even if I don't have the design, let's say, I can at least look at this and know what that piece is because it's in this clear sheet protector. And here's another designer. This was for a different designer, Jamie Handle Costumes. And so you can see I do the same thing with all of these, and it makes it really easy to find all of my designs. So, sheet protectors, notebooks, I buy them when they're on sale if I can, and making sure your patterns are labeled. Having an inspiration photo or the design in the front is really nice. And don't even worry about being too fancy with the labeling, as long as you can read from the front or even the side, if it's going to be on a bookshelf, what's in that notebook. It's really handy, and it's a really easy way to keep your patterns. I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you next week.